If you guys need to get Windows 10 very cheap, I would recommend you to go to VIP-SCD.com. You can check out their copy of Windows 10 Pro OEM Global Key, and you can use the promotional code SKGC, and you'll save an additional 20% off their $20 price point. You can also check out software such as Office 2019, and you can use the promo code SKGC once again to save 20%, and after that, the discount price is $47. You also have a plethora of other keys, including game keys from a variety of different PC services, including Steam, Origin, Uplay, all that good stuff. You can check out the links in the description box down below for more information. Now, onto the video. There's been a rumor going around that Ghost of Tsushima is going to receive a standalone expansion, and I want to talk a little bit about that, and also I want to give you guys a heads up on Nier Reincarnation. That's dropping July 28th in the West. It's a mobile RPG in the Nier franchise, so maybe that'll turn off people right away, but we'll talk that in just a little bit. But first of all, Ghost of Ikishima has kind of taken the news cycle by storm, and rumors have been circulating that the game is in development for a 2021 release on PS5 and PlayStation 4. Nick Baker, who is an insider that has been somewhat accurate in the past, has noted that Ghost of Ikishima is aiming for a 2021 release, and also there have been other reports coming out from other reputable insiders that this game is in fact happening. I think it makes a lot of sense. Ghost of Tsushima came out in July of last year, and it was originally scheduled for a June release, but then, obviously the world shut down. So a year and a half after that to see a release of a standalone expansion, I think makes a lot of sense, and Sucker Punch has seemingly been pretty keen on continuing to expand the game, and Ghost of Tsushima did very, very well from a commercial standpoint for a new IP, so the idea of a cross-gen release of this new Ghost of Ikishima, that makes a ton of sense to me, especially because I don't know what the development cost for a Spider-Man Miles Morales is, but if it's significantly lower than, doing like Spider-Man from the ground up, and it probably is significantly lower, but they can still charge a relatively premier price point. I mean, that was, what, $50? And then they did, they did Miles Morales Ultimate Edition, which included Spider-Man The Upgrade for $70. Now, you can't really do that here. I mean, you kind of could, but Ghost of Tsushima already has a 60 frames per second mode on the PlayStation 5, so yeah, I really hope they wouldn't go that route, but Ghost of Ikishima as like a $40 or $50 release, probably $50 release because they are heightening up the price point. That makes a lot of sense to me. Again, if they can start this cycle where they can do big budget games like a Ghost of Tsushima, a Spider-Man every 3 to 4 years, but also in the interim release like a standalone expansion like they did with Miles Morales, well, that could actually get games flowing a little bit quicker, because that's been kind of the story with PlayStation 4 game releases. Like, you're talking about these games taking a long time to release. I mean, you look at Naughty Dog's gap between games. Uncharted 4 came out in early 2016, and then they followed up with Last of Us Part 2 in 2020, so that's a significant window of time that has passed. You're talking a little over 4 years, and then some other games, especially when you look at a Sucker Punch, they put out Infamous Second Son in 2014, and Ghost of Tsushima came out over 6 years after the fact. So again, if we can get these games flowing a little bit quicker, I think that'll help out Sony's bottom line from a financial standpoint, and it'll take things back to akin to the PlayStation 3 when they were pumping out games like at a constant rate. Remember, Uncharted 1 came out in 2007, then Naughty Dog released Uncharted 2 in 2009, and then Uncharted 3 in 2011. Those games were being pumped out pretty quickly, and the same could be said with Insomniac when they put out Ratchet & Clank Future Tools of Destruction, and then they followed it up with Crack in Time in 2009. They were getting those games out really quickly. And I don't think we're ever going to get to that level where these games are coming out, especially at the quality level these games are at. I think that's going to take a little bit more time, although Insomniac has been doing a lot of consistent development, considering they put out Spider-Man in late 2018, Miles Morales in 2020, and then in Ratchet & Clank 6 months after Miles Morales in 2021. But remember, one of those games is Miles Morales, and that is easing that time period that is passing, and they're putting out a little bit more consistently. I don't know if I completely like it, because that is going to dwindle the content level for these games, but if they can still keep it at a relatively acceptable standpoint, and if they do price them at $40 to $50. Again, probably $50 is what they're gonna go with. I would prefer 40, but you know, I would prefer a lot of things that are unfortunately not gonna happen. I think that could be a solid model going forward, because I don't think we're gonna get to the time period anytime in the near future where Sony is, you know, moving all their games to a subscription service like Microsoft. I think they wanna put out consistent, high-quality titles, but, you know, with these games taking so long to develop, how do you shorten that interim or get something out in that interim that's gonna make people want to play those games? Well, doing it this way, where you have standalone expansions, I don't know if it's the best idea in the world, but let me know what you guys think of that idea if they continue to do it, because they did that for Ratchet & Clank. Remember, Insomniac did that for Ratchet & Clank as well. Quest for Booty, and what was the other one? The other one escapes me right now, but that was during the PS3 era, and they actually put out Ratchet & Clank Future Tools of Destruction in 07, I believe Quest for Booty in 09, or Quest for Booty in 08, and then Crack in Time in 09, so this is something we've seen before, but it'd be interesting if they do make it a part of their core business structure and how they release these games, something to monitor for sure. Given that they also did it with Uncharted Lost Legacy, man, that came out in 2017 as well, so it's getting a little bit more regular that we are seeing it. Okay, also, moving on from that, want to quickly note, Nier Reincarnation is going to be launching July 28th in the West, a mobile RPG from Nier. Now, you know, mobile RPGs isn't everybody's cup of tea, but the fact of the matter is, it looks pretty good, it's gonna have great music, and it might be something people end up really enjoying, you know, on their mobile device. It's gonna be something else, but hopefully it also expands the appeal of Nier a little bit wider. But that's gonna wrap up this one, guys. Let me know your thoughts on standalone expansions, the idea of Ghosts of Ikishima. Is that something you'd be interested in? I think more Tsushima content is something a lot of people would like, and Nier Reincarnation dropping July 28th in the West. That's gonna wrap up this one. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.